Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about why Manchester United Football Club are in such a mess, and who I think is responsible and who isn't so responsible. So Manchester United, as you know, have had an absolutely shambolic transfer window. I mean, we signed 3 players, which is great and that, but other teams have had a much better transfer window than us. Chelsea, they had a fantastic transfer window. Aston Villa had a good transfer window. You know, so many other teams have done their businesses very well. Manchester United, they brought in Mason Mount, Højlund, and Onana. But now the boards are questioning whether they should bring in a 4th sign-in. I tell you what, we need a 4th sign-in, but we cannot bring in a 4th sign-in, apparently, unless we sell some players. So I honestly cannot see a 4th sign-in coming in, unfortunately. I mean, I would love one, because we desperately need one, but the reality is, we've been told we need to sell players before we can buy, so I just cannot see a 4th sign-in coming through the door, unfortunately. I mean, we could do with another midfielder, possibly another defender, but because Harry Maguire is still at the club, it's limiting our options of actually signing defenders. But we are on about giving Johnny Evans a 1-year contract. I mean, no disrespect to Johnny Evans, but there are much better defenders out there. You get in a 35-year-old or 36-year-old a lot of money. It's a massive gamble, it really is. To me, there's much better defenders out there, but hey, what do us fans do? We only support the club. We have owners who don't care about the club, like what us fans do. Us fans, we are the reason why Manchester United exists, because of the fans, day in, day out. We support the team through thick and thin. We support them through the good times and the bad times. We make sure that the standards are set, because we have more ambition than what the owners do, I tell you. I mean, if this sale happens now, possibly we would have bought a few more players, but if they do sell the club, the Glazers, which I don't think they are, to be honest, I think it's all PR bullshit. The Glazers did it to boost up their New York Stock Exchange, because apparently, if there's an off chance they sell, it's going to be in September, but that's too fucking late. The window will be closed, and that means we are in for another difficult season, where if we had owners in, they sold around March time, we could have had Qataris in now, and we could have bought much more better players, and actually competed for a title, something we've not won since 2013, 10 years. And as I record this today, this will be coming out on Friday morning, it's my 10th anniversary since moving into my flat, and that's the last time we won a league title, 2013. Yet nowhere near good enough for a club like Manchester United, like the standards of this football club. It's just, wow, unbelievable. But unfortunately, these owners have pissed around and they're still in charge. But do I blame this on Erik ten Hag? No, I don't think he's a big responsibility, but this constant playing of Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes in midfield is going to be his downfall. It really is. And if we're nowhere come about December time, I can see Ten Hag getting the sack, to be honest. But do I think Ten Hag should be sacked? No. But obviously, say if we are in a relegation battle and we got to do something quickly, then yes, I will be Erik ten Hag out. But it's like, we won a trophy last season, great, and finished third. Happy about that, but because we've had such a poor window and how poor we started the season, it's like this season is well and truly falling apart already. I know it's only 2 games played, but honestly, it's like this season is drifting away. It really is, and It's so frustrating. You watched our noisy neighbours Man City win the treble last season. You would have thought Manchester United would be more than determined than ever to close the gap on Man City after winning the treble last season. But nope, this football club just do not set the standards anymore, and it's an absolute mess. It really is. I've been following this football club and supporting them for 24 years, and this is nowhere near the same football club while I was growing up watching them, winning trophies, competing for league titles. Alright, we didn't win it all the time under Sir Alex Ferguson, because Arsenal actually won it a few times, And obviously, unfortunately, Man City won it on goal difference, which he was denied the title. Chelsea won it a couple of times in the Sir Alex Ferguson era, so even though we didn't win it every year, we were still competing for it, every season. So, yeah, you may not win it every season, but at least it shows some ambition that you want to compete for the title. Because we're not competing for the title. We're nowhere near on Man City's level. It's like this summer was a huge opportunity with a new owner to bring in, literally about 6 players or something. But now these Glazers are saying the football club has to sell players before they can buy some. I mean, why? That's just going to leave our squad weaker. I said in my predictions video, we will not get top 4 this season, and Mason Mount will be a flop. And so far, my 2 predictions are absolutely spot on. Ten Hag, I do believe in Ten Hag. I believe he is a manager for the long term, but he needs to start taking responsibility that this midfield is not working out. But now Mason Mount's injured. Well, it was announced Mount was injured this week. Now, the breaking news tonight is, as I record this on Thursday, Luke Shaw is now out, which, that's a hammer blow. So I would bring in Tyrell Marashia, because he can play left back, centre back, right back. He's very adjustable. He can play in any position. I mean, why not give that kid a chance, what we played in pre-season, Danny Gore, the defender. I mean, he should be given a chance, in my opinion. Why not? Let's give him an opportunity. But, yeah, this club is in such a mess. It's like, is this still really Manchester United Football Club? Of course it is, but it's not a serious football club anymore. Until we get these Glazers out and maybe get Qataris in, I'm afraid it will not change, I've just become accustomed to it, to be honest, unfortunately. I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. We will carry on supporting this club. The Glazers and Richard Arnold may not care so much about the club, but us supporters do. We are the reason why this club exists still. Like buying merchandise all over the world, massive fan base all over the world, etc. It's the reason why Manchester United are financially in a good place. So obviously the Glazers have put Manchester United in enormous debts by taking the money out of the club all these years. But this is crunch time, it really is. This is a worrying time for us Manchester United fans. I mean, if we lose the Forest, think how much backlash we're going to face. It's going to be absolutely unreal. It really is. It's like, wow, it's going to be full on. It really is. I mean, what needs to change? Let me know down below what you think. Do you blame the Glazers? Do you blame Richard Arnold? And do you put some of the blame on Ten Hag? I'm not mainly blaming Ten Hag, but I blame him for picking Mason Mount and Bruno Fernandes, because it's making poor Casemiro bang average. So now Mason Mount is injured. It's an opportunity for Eriksen to come back in, and hopefully that will give us more pace in the midfield. And now there's also rumours that Højlund may not make his debut until about the middle of September after the September international break. It was rumoured to be happening this weekend. Højlund finally makes his debut, but unfortunately the dampers have been put on that now as well. Oh my goodness, it's like, why is this happening to my beautiful football club? It's heartbreaking. It really is. Just so soul destroying, man. It really is. comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. And if you're a Manchester United fan, hit that subscribe button to see daily Manchester United videos, because I seem to do daily Manchester United videos now. Really enjoying it, and I can tell you guys really are. So if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Let me know, as I said down below, what do you think the major issues are? I blame it on the Glazers, Richard Arnold, and also, obviously, Erik ten Hag for picking a poor midfield. And obviously, we could do another striker. I mean, why the fuck we did not go for Harry Kane, I had no idea. It's such a missed opportunity to bring in such a clinical goal scorer. I'm not saying we would have won the league, right, but it would have made us a much stronger outfit, in my opinion. Bye-bye.